Welcome in everybody to our Scarves and Spikes pre-match show. It is Sydney and Tyler with you. Tyler's just frozen. I don't know if that's me or Tyler or what. I know
Not me.
Tommy's having brownouts at his place. His power keeps going out. There he is. There's Tommy.
There he is. You made it
Tommy.
back.
Oh, was that you or me, Tyler?
I wasn't frozen.
I'm here.
I saw your screen frozen.
No, you're. I don't even see you.
Power outages.
I don't see you.
Me? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
I hear you.
See you. Hear me. Well, if you can hear me, that's fine.
There you
go. You can hear Tyler, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, we're off to a great start.
Yeah, off to a roaring start.
This is not a sign of things to come tonight.
Well,
I asked you guys if you knew what brownouts were because, that's what we're having in our our neighborhood here. Cleveland's not used to 90-degree weather for 5 days straight.
You said how many times your power has gone out? You said 4 times before the show. You said,
yeah, I think this was 5. Yeah,
that was 5. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Well, if Tommy drops out, guys, that is why. But yeah, we're here with you before Atlanta United takes on DC United. 7:40ish kickoff on MLS Season Pass. It is free, by the way, so you do not need the MLS Season Pass subscription to watch. All you need is a free Apple ID, so you can go to apple.com and sign up there. But guys, guess what?
Lots of things. What are we doing first?
Do you want to start with lineups?
Let's.
What about our Patreon watch along?
Yeah, we got got quick things.
Okay. Yes, our Patreon watch along is going to be up at 7:15. So if you're a patron watching this, you have the link. If you're not a patron watching this, go to patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. Exactly. What are you doing? Patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. That will get you access to our watch along, watch party for patrons, our Discord channel, bonus audio and video content that we do from time to time over there. So yeah, patreon.com/Scars and Spikes gets you access to all that and much more. Also tomorrow at Argentina versus Canada, kicking off Copa America. Tyler and I will be at the sold out. Tyler and I will be at the Signia by Hilton Hotel, the Nest on 4, right there on the 4th floor. You can't miss it. At 6 p.m. with a pre-match show. So join us if you're in the area and hang out with us as we preview the match. If you're not able to make it, we'll be on YouTube, X, and all that good stuff. I think that's the business out of the way.
Let's see the lineups.
And
let's see the lineups.
And come to the next one, the U.S. one as well.
On the 27th.
We may have some cool things happening for that one. So definitely come hang out with us.
Nice.
Ariel, I see you.
Unfortunately. What's up, Ariel? All right, let's talk about the lineups. And I'm going to get this fixed so we're not having to squint here. But yeah, lineups are out and no sign of Luke Brennan in the lineup. He is in the 18, or as it were, or the team tonight, but he is not starting. I feel like we felt that he would start tonight, but he's not. Instead, I don't know, guys. It's this. We have Noah Cobb on the right as a right back. Lennon showing as a right wing. I mean, is this a true 4-3-3? I mean, is this a back 5? Does Lennon drop back? What do you guys think? I did not expect Lennon up that far, but I will say. So, what do you guys think?
I'm dissecting it. Again, this is just a graphic, so it's all kind of relative. But I mean, both of y'all are throwing off my train of thought here with your text messages.
Your phone's beeping all over the place.
Phone, not anything. Carry on. Give your 2 cents while I fix whatever y'all are complaining about.
I like Lennon on the right.
Yeah.
He did good when he did. There was a very short period of time that he did that last year, and he got a couple goals.
Yeah, I guess I just figured that Brennan would start I mean, he did such a good job on Saturday against um, slip my mind who they play again on Saturday. That team that they played on Saturday. Um, my mind just went blank. I'm sorry. My mind just went blank. Houston. I don't know why I forgot that.
That Texas
Your
team.
mind just exactly. Your mind just ever go blank all of a sudden. But I just figured with the performance he had against Houston, he will start tonight. But yeah, it is Lennon, and yeah, as you say, Tyler, it's only graphic, so I think you see Lennon drop back in the defense occasionally. I think this is with an eye towards starting um, Brennan against St. Louis on Saturday. But the thing I'm worried about is defensively. You know what happened the last time these two teams played. Christian Benteke just went crazy against your back line. And, law of averages, it can't happen twice, right? To the same season. He can't have two hat tricks against the
What
same
team are
team
you
in one
talking about
season.
again?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, right.
I'm putting money out of that now.
No, but can Efrain Morales, step into the situation? You're hoping that you would have Gregerson in for at least 25, 30 minutes or so. He was questionable going in, but he did not make the team tonight. I would expect him to be. I would expect him to be in the lineup on Saturday, on the bench at least. I think he'll be eased back in. But yeah, you have Williams, who is very proven, and then you have Morales, who is somewhat unproven. So how does he do? He's done well in spots where he was kind of forced to come in and start for this team and play extended minutes for this team. How does he do against Christian Benteke? How does Williams do against Christian Benteke? Again, we know what happened last time. You would hope that the team has accounted for that this time around. So hopefully better to come tonight.
I think this one is going, if you're one of the formation people, like if you have to look at this in terms of like the way that this match is going to start before it goes into, an amoeba that just shape shifts all over the pitch. I think you're looking at something, at least the mindset wise, is going to be like a 4-4-2 or like a 4-2-2-2, something. Again, it's all numbers.
For something.
But I still think Lennon is going to drop back when needed, and Dax is also going to drop back when needed, depending on which side of the pitch that they're having to defend at the time. Which is why I don't think it's necessarily going to always look like a back three or a back five, because they have to go score goals. This is not one that you can afford to sit back and just rest on your laurels. I mean, you're going to have to hit on the counter. You're going to have to take the fight to DC. DC has not scored a ton of goals recently, but they're also pretty stingy in defense. So I think, whatever number that you want to give it, I think you're going to see a lot of, Derek being kind of the go-to guy back there, telling Efrain and Noah Cobb kind of where to be. Caleb, I'm sure, will push up just like Lennon will. But I think you're going to see both of your normal midfielders in Muyumba and McCarty drift out wide a lot more often. And I think you're going to see the guys that you normally see play out wide drift back inside to help out. I think it's going to be a little bit of a difference maybe from the last match where it was very predictable, at least in the first half, where you played a lot of balls up the wing. The second half, they fixed it, and they were a little more unpredictable, and they played through the middle occasionally, and you had guys like Lennon dropping into the middle again and just helping the build up. So I think, don't overthink it too much, but ultimately all your defensive guys are still going to have the responsibilities, and all your attackers are still going to have the responsibilities, but the midfield is going to be very, very big in this game.
So here's a question, and I think we may have just touched on it a little bit from Ashton. Ashton says, it's going to be a dual striker setup with Rios and Shande up top. If that's the case, that'll be interesting. If that's the case, I mean, you don't have a lot of wiggle room. I was going to say, why not start Rios and TRA up top? But then again, who would you like? You have a shortage of wingers as it is.
I think you want Shande's playmaking ability too, though. I mean,
Yeah.
the other two guys are cut from the same cloth, and if you put both of them up there, you're going to have two big hold up players, and then you just got to hope you can get the ball to him, which I mean might work, but I think
He's certainly
me and
going to cut
Shonda-
inside Silva, I think, at the very
yeah, I mean
least.
Shonda's going to give you a little bit more creativity overall.
Yeah.
Tommy, what
What
you
do you
got?
think, Tommy? Any
I think this
further
is going to be a
thoughts?
boring game.
Why?
There's a heat advisory out there right now. I was just going through DC. It's going to be hot. Both teams haven't been in great stretches. I think someone's winning this game 1-0.
We are going to see, I'm sure, heat breaks, or hydration breaks during this match. So
It's over 85 degrees, right?
yeah, over
Yeah.
85.
Yeah.
Right now it's 89, so we'll definitely see hydration breaks. So Matt is asking why Daniel Rios starting instead of Jamal TRA. I think
It's the Rio show now, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a matter of going with a hot hand, as you will. I mean, Tommy, you're a hockey guy, so sometimes you got to ride the hot goalkeeper, the hot goalie in hockey. Sometimes in soccer, I feel like you got to ride the hot striker if it were. Either way, you don't have a striker, you don't have a number 9. What's up, Brian? Thanks for watching from Colombia. You don't have a Yakimakis anymore; he's gone. So I would love to see what.
Oh, did he? Did he leave?
What? Yeah.
Did he leave? I didn't get a goodbye or a thank you
No.
from him.
I did hear the MLS teams are okay with losing though.
We got to talk about that.
We're not upset. We're not upset.
Yeah.
Sorry, Omar. We're bringing this back up. He's been.
We're going.
It's our Discord.
We'll talk about it in a second.
I came back to it. Our Discord had like 75 messages. Like while I was in 3 meetings,
Blew up.
I thought we signed like somebody. No, we were just talking about how Yakimakis is the ex-girlfriend. No, the ex-girlfriend just left and didn't say a word.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But yeah, I'd love to see what that competition looks like between Rios and TRA, because I figured that TRA would be kind of your option, option 2 off the bench behind Yakimakis. Well, not option 1 with Yaku gone or GG gone. But I would love to see what that competition looks like on the training ground. Is it simply because you're trying to rest TRA and start him on Saturday, or does Valentino think that Rios is your best option right now up top in this kind of interim period before bringing in a striker? Yeah.
Also, I mean, you got to remember too, Tiare has had that lingering kind of hamstring leg issue going on. So, especially now, you've got to rest who you can when you can, and I think it all plays as a factor, right? Like Daniel Rios, like you said, Sydney is kind of the hot hand. He got a goal last game. I kind of feel like maybe he fits a little bit more of like Rob's mentality to a degree, but that's not necessarily saying much. I think it's just a matter of like who is the one that's in form at the time. And also, again, like I said, you have to be careful with anybody that has an injury, so you're not forcing something that you don't have to, because you can't go and sign another striker right now. You got to wait some time. And even if that is in the plans, which is what it sounds like, you have to be careful with what you have.
Exactly. Do we want to talk about the GG stuff now? We got to talk about Mata too. We got to talk about Mata because there's some buzz around Boca potentially being interested, but we got to talk about GG, his comments in this introductory press conference against or with Cruz Azul. Of course, he was introduced on Monday. He's done with Atlanta United. There's no goodbye. There's no farewell. There's a lot of discussion about him never posting a goodbye or a thank you to Atlanta United fans for his series or season plus of being with Atlanta. And they came out on Monday night, guys, and said MLS teams are okay with losing, which is quite clearly, I feel like, a shot
That's news to me,
with,
man.
with the United teammates. So I feel like the sentiment around town is good riddance. But yeah, I mean, it sounded like he was good. It sounded like things were good with him. Then you get the Cruz Azul news that he's talking to them, and we think, hey, it's to pick up some leverage. His agents look for leverage in these contract negotiations. Then this rumor continues to build. Continues to build. Next thing you know, he's in Mexico, getting things signed, sealed, I's dotted, T's crossed, and now he's gone. We don't get a send off for him at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He is down there in Mexico with Cruz Azul, and that is that. And you wonder what happened. You wonder where the disconnect was. Was it just simply, he was just tired of being with a team that was struggling, or what it was? But that's it.
I mean, Tyler was on Soccer Down Here talking about it, and we said the same thing. I was in the chat. It was the same thing. Like the press conference was a copy and paste of basically what he said in Atlanta. Oh, I appreciate them, wanting me, bringing me here. I want to win. This team wins a lot. Like all the same things that he said when he came to Atlanta. And whatever, man. Like, you were a big player here, obviously, last year. And, let's not rewrite history, because I saw this. I was going back and forth with a couple of people on Facebook about it. Like, someone said he's did nothing for us. He was second last year in goals.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So don't rewrite history here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he was hurt a lot last year. Probably could have won it. Didn't. And then this year, obviously hurt again. And then even when he was playing, this whole team hasn't been playing very well. It wasn't just him. It was a bunch of other players on here as well. So, yeah, there was some issues here. But how he went out, that's what fans are going to remember, right, is how you went out. And you didn't get the goodbye, thank you. Is Sydney frozen for you too, Tyler?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's creepy. It's creepy. Yeah, he looks like a...
You can hear me, but I'm frozen.
Yeah.
I don't look frozen on my screen. You guys don't look frozen. I'm just going to keep talking and listen to what you have to say, Tommy.
You're good.
I'm just watching. It's just the pictures just weird me out. You moved. Oh, it's like a jump scare. Okay. But yeah, I mean, he was great. But a lot of the greats here that have been here, even if it was for a cup of coffee, thank the fans for everything that they were thank the fans for cheering him on and everything. And he talked a big game last year, right? I mean, Tyler, what was the comment I think he made? Is that he wanted to be a leader in the locker room, but he wasn't ready to be it because he was still new.
Yeah, he was
early on. Wasn't that
essentially what Dak said? Didn't want to step on anybody's toes.
Yeah, but you know what? This team right now, when you're this bad, you need someone to step on toes. And obviously, Dax has been very verbal here. And he went out there and got it. Yeah, but I mean, Noah's young, right? He's a younger player. So you expect that from Dax. And, Giakoumakis isn't young. He's been around for a while. But, I mean, how bad was the contract negotiation? I guess that's my question. How bad did that situation end up being? That maybe it's just made the situation unbearable, and maybe he left very upset about it. I mean, that could be it, right? I mean, Almiron, I know he thanked the fans when he came back, but didn't he refuse to talk to the media?
Yeah.
Or, wasn't he upset when he came?
Yeah.
I mean, he refused. I don't know why. I know he
what did the media have to do with it if you're mad at the front office, right?
About the media. Yeah, I mean, he was always weird about media though, so I don't know, but yeah, I mean, but some players are just like that. I guess my thing though is I got to preface all this by saying, again, this was my youngest son's first favorite soccer player, so I'm always going to have that. If he says he wants to go buy a Giakoumakis jersey for Cruz Azul, we'll do it. However, that being said now,
traitor,
I think it's chicken crap. I'm trying to keep it PG. For you to go, if you're upset with the front office, and this is all speculation. First of all, we don't know that that's what happened. I don't know why he hasn't gave a post, and then why he goes on there and makes little comments about MLS. I don't know. However, you should be grateful to the fans that showed up week in and week out to watch you play. Even if you're upset with the front office, you should thank them. Even if you leave out the front office, whatever, you should have a moment to just say, hey, I appreciate the support, because you've been nothing but supported for the past year and a half. So for you to dip out and then not say a word about it, it's a little irritating, I think. Like, whatever, dude, you came in, you talked a big game. You backed it up last year. You did. And then you get here, you stay injured, whatever. But when you do leave, you don't say anything about it. Like, it just irritates me. Omar, I know. This is
we'll get to Armada in a second, right? Omar.
It's bothersome. But then to get down there and just dump on MLS as a whole, I get being competitive. I do. I really do. But I don't know who in the world, what team besides maybe like Wooden Spoon Cincinnati was okay with losing. Like, I don't understand where that comment even comes from. So
I think I know.
It's either A, you have some things that were said in the locker room with a previous coach that made it seem like it was okay to accept a draw or maybe a less than ideal result at times. I don't know. Or he's just making crap up. I don't know what it is, but it's irritating. It's freaking irritating.
Yeah, I can imagine why it will leave a bad taste in the fans' mouth. So I'm hoping for a rematch between not rematch, but I'm hoping for Atlanta United Cruz Azul to meet somehow Leagues Cup. I know it'll probably take some doing for Atlanta United.
Hey, I want to see it. I don't care.
Probably shaking his head no.
Okay.
But
don't ask for that.
What the freaking team needs.
I'd be interested, if nothing more than hear what the reaction is. I guess read it. I don't think fans will be too happy with him if he comes back to Mercedes-Benz Stadium with Cruz Azul. But yeah, he's gone. We turn the page. We have a DP slot, potentially two. If this whole situation with Almada Boca comes to fruition, he'll be gone too. I wrote about it on scarfandspikes.com earlier, just where we stand right now. Looks like Boca won $8 million for half of his rights, which is just barely over break even for Atlanta United. So I'm sure the sentiment will be, Atlanta United settling. But at the same time, Matt saying I want to see Stian Pagliacco. But at the same time with Almada, his form has struggled, whether that's because of Pineda, whether it's because of his teammates. He's not been the player he was a couple of years ago, last year. And that interest from Europe has died down. And Ricardo may have seen that down at Boca. He's called him and said, hey, we want you, essentially. No formal offer yet. But Almada said, hey, if he comes in, we'll talk to my family. So there's interest, guys. There's interests. And
I mean,
do it.
He said this, right? Like, anytime the rumor comes along, I got to talk to my family, which is, I mean, I'd be surprised if you didn't. You got to remember, Riquelme is his idol. That is his Lionel Messi or his Ronaldo. Like, that is his guy. And, I think it's also getting to the point where if Atlanta can come out of it with something or minimal losses, I think you just got to free up that spot and get somebody, two DP spots, get two guys in here that you can work into this team in a much more efficient way. And again, continuing to build that whole process of guys that work together, not individuals that maybe don't collectively gel as a team. Because look, Almada's going to go somewhere and do great. Yako's going to go to Cruz Azul, probably do great. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this team is still in the process of fixing a lot of things that were not great from, 3-4 years ago. They're not there yet. Garth has even said they're not there yet. So they need to start winning games just based on the fact that they do have talent. However, you also need to bring in guys that are going to fit this system much better than you have right now.
Do you know what system that we have, though?
Yeah.
Well, right now it's in transition. That's the thing. Like, and I don't mean like transitional. I mean it's in transition. with the coaching staff and everything else. So I don't know, but I think you need some insight as to like what type of coach you want to bring in, and hope that all of that works together. Which is like the chicken and the egg scenario, right? Like, do you bring in the coach and then the players, or you bring in the players and find a coach that fits them?
So here's the thing about
the chicken in.
Yeah.
And
here's
rice?
the thing, just real quick. Yeah. I was going to say, at least Yakimakis and knock over chicken and rice and get in a fight with Pineda before he left. But
I'd rather have that. I'd rather have some drama than just nothing, than just ghosting us. I want to come on here and talk about some stuff. All I'm talking about is how he's ghosted us. I had someone yelling at me in Spanish on the comment section on Instagram because I went, thank you Atlanta, like in quotations. It's not that hard. And then the next thing you know, I've got like 25 comments yelling at me, and I have to like Google translate all of them because I failed Spanish too. Damn it.
Was some of the curse words?
I knew a couple of them because I've watched TV. Yeah,
right. Here's my thought about Almada. You go back to Almada. He's gonna. Riquelme is his idol, like we said, like we just talked about. But he's going to be wearing that number 10 jersey at Boca Juniors. I mean, you think about the players that have worn that jersey for that club, Riquelme included. You talk about weight of expectations. I mean, that's what he's facing in MLS is nothing compared to what he's going to face in Boca. With Boca in Argentina, considering what that team has done, what that club has done, the success it's had. So that's my big thing with this potential move if it happens. And again, doesn't sound like it's a formal offer yet, but it sounds like there's interest.
I'm sorry.
What's
I'm
so funny?
Sorry. No, there's context to that, but that was really freaking funny. Good job. Carry on. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. No, but you talk about with expectations at Boca. That's one of the Cinco Grandes in Argentina. Probably one of the Cinco Dos, whatever, or Grande Dos, whatever.
Big two. 5 2s?
Yeah, the 5 2s. The big two, Boca and River. Those are the big two. And talk about the expectation he'll face for that number 10 if he goes down there. It's gonna be enormous, more than what he'll face here in MLS on any given day. So,
but also playing for your idol.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you want to go if Messi was your idol? Would you want to go play for his team?
Absolutely,
like, with him not as a player.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but also like not if pressure gets to you.
Right. I guess. My thing is, can he handle the pressure? Can he handle that? I mean, we see with Atlanta, he struggles when he tries to force things. If he gets down to Argentina and things don't go well with Boca, is he going to try to force things to happen? And then will his level of play go down with them? He's going to be hearing it from all over the place. So that's my only thing. Does he know what he's getting in? Yes, he's playing for Riquelme, but does he know what he's getting into? I'm sure he does, but
he's from Argentina. He was at Venice. I mean, like he knows the pressure, but I mean, for Atlanta, I just got to say, I think you have to move on sooner or later, than later. I mean, not because I don't like the kid. I think he's great. He's still better than most players in this league right now. But
exactly.
I mean, I think maybe sometimes we hold on to the whole bragging rights thing about getting the biggest transfer out and all that kind of stuff. And at this point, I don't care about that. I just want a team that fits the way that it needs to fit so they can play and get back to winning trophies.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, he left Argentina not on a great note, right? There was a lot of drama with the potential... Sure. With a potential case. He was hanging out with bad people. It wasn't just that story either. There were other stories, and I think it was maybe his ex-girlfriend, but his ex-girlfriend was getting in some trouble. He was in a lot of shit at that time. Like and again, it's Argentina, so I learned through that entire process that's very tabloid-ish, right? But when there's smoke, there's fire with this, right? I mean, it didn't say Almada was hanging out with aliens. It was like Almada's like hanging out with some bad people, right? Like, and going back there, it's not just, and like you hear that in other sports. Like, I forget who it is, and Sydney, you probably know, but who was the one player for the Falcons, the guy that played for Georgia that got in the car accident?
Oh, Jalen Carter.
Yeah, like there were some talks that like the Falcons were interested in him, but they thought like it wouldn't be good to keep him here, right? With the crowd that he was hanging out with, like bringing him here, continuously hanging out with those bad people that he was hanging out with wouldn't help grow him as a player. And then he leaves, and hopefully for the best. And I think with Almada, I mean, Atlanta was kind of did him a favor too, right? Because there was some interest of other teams, but there wasn't a ton of interest.
Yeah.
Back then, though, I mean, there was teams that were nervous about bringing him in, right? And Atlanta used all their resources, used the NFL resources specifically to go out there and vet this entire case before they even brought him around, right? And giving Almada a fresh start in America was something that Atlanta United did for him as well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I want to hit on Jason's comment real quick. I know we just put it on the screen, but I'll put it up again. And that's the point I was thinking too, Jason. If he does well at the Olympics, that European interest is gonna, come back in spades. And I think that's why Boca Juniors is looking to get this move pushed as quickly as possible, because he balls out in France. Europe is going to be beating down Atlanta's door, trying to get him. So I think Boca Juniors understand that, and they want to get this deal done, or they'll get priced out of the running.
Didn't Barco do really good at the Olympics?
Yeah.
Just reminding everyone.
Decently. But yeah, I mean, I think if he's going to go, if Atlanta can come to terms with whatever pops up, I think you just got to do it at this point. Because it's clear he's not going to stay here and be happy permanently. You can't make any other decisions about the rest of the roster based on who your number 10 is right now.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find another way.
Yeah, you don't want to run the risk of that relationship deteriorating even more. I don't feel like it's not on horrible terms.
No.
Like, it's not like he's never speaking to them again. But it's still a little bit of a shaky ground. And I feel like if Atlanta continues to put its foot down and say you're not going anywhere, that rope will just continue to fray even more. And it's going to affect them on the field. And, that relationship will be beyond repair. So something to monitor. Real quick, a reminder, 7:15 tonight, we're having a watch along with the three of us over on Zoom. You are invited as for our patrons. So if you're not a Patreon backer, you see the link right there on your screen. There it is. My big fingers are getting in the way right there. Well, it was there, but yes, patreon.com/scarves and spikes. And right now, $1.17 a month, $5, $10 a month will get you the link, as well as you'll get access to a lot of great stuff that we got going on. And then again, tomorrow, our Argentina versus Canada pre-match show at 6 p.m. Nest on 4 inside the Stadium by Hilton, right across the Home Depot backyard from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Kyle and I will be there. Hopefully you can make it too. If not, you can watch online as we get you ready for Copa America, the opening match.
I like it.
And
we got a game on Saturday.
Menu too. Yes. We do.
Coming quick. It's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is also the last show that I will be doing in this particular studio.
Oh yeah,
you're trash it right now.
To a new place.
Is someone moving into your house?
I'm gonna reuse it at my new house. Yeah. We've got everything. All the big stuff's moved. Now the utilities are getting moved over on Friday, and the rest of the little small stuff, and officially be moved in Friday.
Are people moving to your house?
Not now. We're gonna sell it, but not now.
Yeah. So a lot of
when I come in October, I'll just I'll just come sleep at the old house.
There you go. That'll work.
Oh no, you don't have utilities. Never mind.
I mean, we'll still have water probably, depending. I don't know. That's a long time from now.
You can just squat and go to facilities in a truck stop if you want, Tommy.
I mean, that's aggressive.
This is a weird fan fiction you've got going here. But okay.
I mean, I'm going to have other bedrooms you can crash in. Better than the alternative of sleeping at a sketchy truck stop. Like,
right.
Cindy just
no, I say he could crash at the old house and then use the facilities at the truck stop or something like that.
I don't know how you're going to get from this house to the facilities, but hey.
Boy, it's gonna be. I've got my trip planned in for October to come up, and boy, it's gonna be like a retro week. It's like a Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday we're playing Montreal, so if Joseph's healthy, you're gonna see Joseph Martinez, and then Thursday they're putting Matt Ryan into the circle, the Ring of Honor or whatever.
Who are they playing that night?
Tampa.
Oh, they have NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
NFC South. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
What are you guys' predictions? Tommy, I know you said 1-0, but 1-0 to who? 1-0 to Atlanta or 1-0 to DC?
I say DC.
DC 1-0. Who scores for DC?
Benteke.
Okay. I hear you say that. Tyler?
2-1 Atlanta.
2-1. Who scores for Atlanta?
Daniel Rios and Almada.
Okay.
And then Benteke.
Yeah. I was thinking
3-3? Omar 3-3? I would do anything for a 3-3 match.
Looking for chaos. Bruno saying, Ashton saying, Ashton. Okay. Ashton.
Let's go.
Cut back on the.
He's taking the over, baby.
Yeah, he is. The way over. Bruno saying 1-1, the draw. Epic Space Horse saying 2-1 DC. I was thinking 1-1. I was thinking more in line with Bruno's prediction 1-1. I think Benteke scores, and I think Atlanta gets one in the second half through probably Shande Silva. Shande maybe continuing the form that he's been in for the past few matches. Gray going out on the bigger limb saying we're getting Efrain Morales goal tonight.
Hey, he almost won the Chicago game. Jason,
you almost won me my beard.
Yeah.
Luke almost won on Saturday.
Yep.
Jason 2-1 DC. Official Cheeto saying 2-1 Atlanta. Ben saying goalless.
Like his picture.
Stalemate. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's cool. I don't know who that is, but
welcome.
Looks like he's got Bill Belichick's hoodie on.
I know. That's what that looks like.
0-0.
Scoreless draw.
Ben, please. I can't deal with the Open Cup Charleston game. Oh God, that was terrible.
There's no penalties in this one. It happens like that.
That was the only reason why we got goals.
Yeah.
Ooh. Miyamba scoring, says Epic Space Orange. Omar just wants a hat trick from somebody.
Anybody.
Ariel 2-1 Atlanta. Dax and
McCarty scoring. That's even more outrageous than Morales scoring, I think.
I don't know, man. Dax he's taking risks on the occasional like Uska candidate.
He's got to score before 9:30 though, or no, like 9 o'clock, because it's Murder She Wrote's on. So Dax has got to get into.
Why are you hating on this man like that?
Ariel say 2-1 Atlanta. We already said that. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Edgar 2-1 with a Rios
race.
I like it.
Chris saying 3-2. Brennan stoppage time winner, mirroring almost what happened on Saturday against Houston.
Yep.
And then Milan saying 5-1 Atlanta.
Let's go.
Yeah, I love it. I'm for it.
Ashton's all about Shande Silva tonight.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Exactly.
These predictions might be all over the place more than any that we've ever had before.
I know. These are audacious to say the least, but Yeah, we'll see.
Everyone started drinking ahead of time of our watch along.
Oh. I don't know if it's drinks they're intaking, but if you know what I mean.
As opposed to
maybe. What?
I said as opposed
stronger
to
than Bud Light.
Stronger than Bud Light. I don't know if they're drinking. I think they're no, I'm kidding, guys. I shouldn't insult our viewers. Yeah, final call again. Patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. We're going to keep this party going. Except we're going to do it on Patreon or on Zoom. But we have the link on Patreon. If you're a Patreon backer, but patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put the link to our Patreon in the chat. So you can have it there.
Can I ask a question real quick since we got some time? A couple minutes before we go to that.
Mm-hmm.
What players are we getting back for the Open Cup game? Has anybody figured that out yet? Just curious.
Gregerson.
Oh yeah, hopefully he's healthy.
You asking?
I guess also it depends on who gets eliminated and all that too.
Are you asking who plays or who will be back?
Who will be back?
Tyler Wolf probably by that point.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Omar's shocked I took my hat off. I don't wear my hat got my head shiny.
Saba Sleesh, Ben saying, I know.
Yeah.
Georgia and Poland might get grouped if they're not careful from Euros. But yeah, you'll have some reinforcements back.
I'm not gonna lie.
What's that?
Poland put up a fight.
Yeah, they did. They really did. It's pretty unfortunate. Georgia put up a fight too. It's unfortunate that they couldn't get that equalizer. I think that would have been a massive moment for them in their first Euro ever. So yeah, best wishes to both of those guys. Just for their clubs. I know people don't like when people go away for any extended period of time, but you want to see these guys do well for their club. Poland takes on Austria on Friday, and then at noon on Friday, and then Georgia plays Czechia, the former Czech Republic, on June 22nd, Saturday, 9 a.m. I think that's a Fubo game, so.
Of course.
Ugh. Screw Fubo TV. You know how many times I've already signed up for it? They caught on to me at this point. I try to give them my wife's name. They wouldn't let me do it.
I'm not going to comment.
It's also on VIX.
Neither confirm nor deny. I've been watching all of them on VIX.
Yeah. I mean, it's in Spanish, but Spanish, I think it's what?
Spanish TV.
Univision? Their streaming platform.
Is it Univision? I can't remember.
Yes. Univision.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, VIX.
If you got Prime TV, well, if you get Amazon Prime, you can get a trial for a little while, and then yeah, like Edgar said, it's cheap.
Or if you have Nintendo, you can watch the ones on Big Fox.
Yeah.
The bigger matches, but Bruto say start using Patreon names and emails.
Yeah, Edgar, those telenovelas. You got those, you're all set.
Oh, okay. We're talking about soccer balls. Okay, Omar, yes. I get it now.
Yes, we're talking about soccer balls.
Not other ones. Okay.
All right. We got to bounce.
That's the segue to jump into the things where we can actually say other rated R stuff.
Yeah.
Live television.
Spaces after the game?
Yep.
Spaces.
Man, people were yelling at me because I was not available on Saturday. I'm getting like tweets. Should I start the spaces up for you? Damn, man. Damn. I got a day off.
No reason to be passive aggressive, guys. Come on.
I was like, holy crap. I saw this. I showed it to my buddies. I'm like, people are very upset with me right now.
Jarrett, yeah. Soccer down here.
Jarrett Smith.
Yep. We went off this morning, but I try to keep it, PG-13 at least on there. That's the morning crowd. I don't want to offend them either.
You can't be R-rated at 9:15 in the morning. Like, I don't drink coffee, but like I don't wake up that angry.
I don't either.
I get aggressive or rowdy at like 7:30 on Wednesdays.
Jarrett is a Celtic fan, by the way. Jarrett, any other Celtic strikers that might be in the mix for Atlanta United, let us know. Hopefully ones that don't burn the bridge when they're all gone.
Speaking of them, I thought Scotland was going to pull it out. I thought Scotland was going to pull it out today, but nope. Nope.
Awesome. Well, I think we're good.
That's it.
Right. See you guys on Zoom if you're a patron. If not, we'll see you on Spaces.
See y'all.
See ya.
So long.